Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host Gershwin and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Necrons as we get into the Necron Overlord. If you guys have any suggestions or requests of topic ideas that you guys would like us to create a video about, please comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe because we post Warhammer 40K content every single day, and usually once or twice a month we do a special subscriber appreciation giveaway. Hint, hint. Stay to the end of the video. We got a special message for you. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts about the Necron Overlord. The Necron Overlord is one of the greatest and most powerful leaders of the Necron race, and the ruler of many tomb worlds. Necron Overlords are brilliant strategists, capable of calculating every possible outcome in ensuing conflicts, and formulating strategies to ensure that everything goes to plan. The nobles of the Necron tier kingdoms emerged far better from the race's biotransference into their machine bodies than did the plebeian classes. At least as tall as an armored space marine and broader than a Necron warrior, the skeletal frames of Necron lords and overlords possess the strength to crush plasteel in their bare hands and can easily resist damage that would even fell lesser Necrons. Within the enigmatic circuitry housed within their new bodies, the Necron nobles retain their intellect and personality, which was far more extensive than that granted to the lesser Necron tier. Most Necrons emerged from the Great Sleep as dull-witted creatures with little memory of the individual they once were. Yet, unless they suffered damage during their long dormancy, Necron lords and overlords retain all personal drives, obsessions, and nuisance of personality that they once possessed as organic beings. The Necron tomb world may be home to dozens or even hundreds of Necron nobles, but only one has the power of absolute rule. For most core worlds and fringe worlds, this individual is a Necron lord, but Necron crown worlds, and particularly important core worlds, will be ruled by Necron overlords. A particularly powerful overlord, known as a pharaoh, will lay claim and rule to entire Necron dynasties. All Necron lords and overlords have royal courts made up of lesser nobles, owing them fealty, cryptex in their service, and in some cases, trusted bodyguards. These courts are commonly hotbeds of intrigue that would astound even the most conspiratorial of imperial nobles. These royal courts often accompany their liege into battle as well. Amongst the Necron nobles of a tomb world, political infighting is common, and there are always countless schemes playing out, albeit at a glacial pace, by the standards of other intelligent races. As a result of their android nature, all Necrons tend towards calculating behavior, and a pretender will rarely move openly against his opponent if the chance of success is outweighed by the high probability of failure. At the same time, it is not unknown for a challenged overlord to yield to a subordinate if there is no hope of immediate victory. They will choose to wait out the passing years and centuries at a lower rank, patiently anticipating any opportunity to reclaim the power that was lost. But if the price is large enough, such power struggles can erupt into open conflict. When this occurs, the remaining tomb world nobles will align themselves according to their own loyalties and ambitions, though some will wait as long as possible to negotiate the price of their loyalty. These internal conflicts invariably follow the formalized codes that govern the ancient Necron tier, leading to set-piece battles with forces arranged and rules agreed to in advance by the competing nobles. In the time before the biotransference, such civil wars led to slaughter of countless millions in a matter of days or weeks, but nowadays, the Necron's cybernetic abilities to self-repair enables them to wage such conflicts for years or even centuries with no victory. This is reason enough for all but the most desperate or power-hungry Necron nobles to avoid such an outcome. For each of these battles fought amongst its own kind, a Necron Overlord will orchestrate hundreds of sprawling campaigns against those alien usurpers who squat amongst the remains of the Necron dynasties in the modern galaxy. For many Nemsors, it is unthinkable to honor any alien enemy by following the traditional Necron tier codes of battle. In their eyes, most intelligent races of the galaxy are little more than vermin to be exterminated with as much efficiency and as little of the ancient pomp of ceremony as possible. Most of the most advanced races in the galaxies, such as the Eldar, have proven themselves unworthy of being treated as equals. As a result, assassination and ambush forms of battle, forbidden in war between the ancient Necron tier nobility, are employed by the Necrons against outsiders with no reservations. Yet no matter how undeserving a Necron ruler considers his enemy to be, he always personally oversees his forces' battles whenever possible, leading his vassals into the thick of the fighting. In this way he proves his superiority and the right to rule, both to his noble Necron peers and to his enemies across the galaxy. When a Necron Overlord strides forth to war, only the strongest and willest of opponents have any hope of survival. His armored form is impervious to even tank-busting weaponry, and his robotic body provides him with the strength required to crush bones to dust. At his command are all the armaments of the ancient Necron civilization, war scythes, Tychon arrows, and the other extraordinary tools of destruction forged by the Necron tier science. Yet perhaps a Necron noble's most potent weapon remains his mind, and the absolute determination that resides there to reforge the ancient Necron Empire. In battle, Necron nobles tend to favor weapons that speak to their status, mighty war scythes, and even heavy ornate gauntlets that crackle with green flame. Almost without exception, Necron lords and overlords are skilled warriors and commanders, completely capable of making split-second tactical decisions, even as they cut their way through the enemy's ranks. In fact, the advanced technological minds of the Necron nobles are capable of evaluating possible outcomes and computing the most advantageous tactical decisions, with a speed and accuracy that even the most accomplished auto-savants could not hope to match. This powerful synthetic mind is at once both a great strength and perhaps the greatest weakness for many Necron rulers. The process of biotransference in the long eons have eroded the sanity of many Necron lords and overlords, whether by sheer impossibility of a living mind preserved for eternity in an artificial brain, or due to simple mechanical faults. Despite the best efforts of their tomb guardians, the awakening from stasis is rarely flawless, except for the most fortunate of tomb worlds. Even a minor glitch in the process can result in drastic changes to the personality of a Necron royal, or even its very perception of reality. In some cases, this serves to exaggerate the personality quirks a lord possesses in life, while others result in bizarre, adherent behavior, or even severe delusions. Perhaps one of the more extreme cases of this madness can be found in the so-called Necron Destroyer Lords. While Necron Lords and Overlords generally fight at the forefront of large armies of conquest, they are just as likely to take a personal hand in more delicate operations. After all, few of their servants possess the intellect, let alone the initiative, to lead such missions, which could range from sabotaging a rival's own efforts to infecting a nosy inquisitor with mind-shackle scarabs. The materials and constructions of the Necron Overlord's armored robotic frame are currently beyond the comprehension and lore of the Adeptus Mechanicus or the Ordo Xenos to understand. Postulation by various authorities ascribe it to be in part the work of pure molecular synthesis and fabrication using Euclidean principles of elemental geometry and fabrication outside the realm of imperial science, past or present. Various functions and capacities have been ascribed to it, including durability that equals and in some cases and in some individuals far exceeds that of composite ceramite power armor of the Adeptus Astartes, and may in fact prove superior even to the tactical dreadnought armor. Coupled to this is a phenomenal capacity for rapid self-repair, complete environmental protection, and physical strength so great such a machine creature has been observed to be able to tear a Space Marine's body limb from limb in a single combat. And those were 40 facts on the Necron Overlords. Now, before we get into the special message, I just want to add a little note. If it's true that the necrodermis of a Necron Overlord is more powerful than a tactical dreadnought armor, Why don't they have a 2+ save? Or maybe they do, I can't really remember, but why? But anyways, let's get into this special message.
What is up, guys? We bring you an interruption of epicness. It is the Sound Alchemist here with Gershwin, and we're bringing you an epic giveaway. That's right, guys. We are giving away the Necrons. It is a really great starter kit for anybody who wants to jump into 8th edition. Necrons are going to be overpowered as always. And you've got a Triarch Stalker, some Scarabs, some Necron Warriors, and the Necron Overlord. Great stuff. Simply comment down below. It can be anything, but make sure not to spam the comment because YouTube will mark it as spam. So like the video, comment down below, and make sure to be a subscriber. And that way you guys can find out who wins this awesome giveaway. And that's all we've got.
Good luck to you if you decide to participate in this giveaway. The winner is going to be announced next week. The reason for the giveaway, of course, is just us showing appreciation to you because you constantly tune in every single day to listen to us read the lore. It's just an awesome feeling knowing that I can do something that I would normally do, because even before the channel started, I was always on the wiki page just reading up on lore, because lore that's my driving force for continuing Warhammer 40K. It's all about the lore. But for us to be able to create videos, be more creative with that, it's all because of you. And to say thank you for that, we're giving you guys starter sets. And at the same time, a lot of viewers that we found out aren't actually collectors or players of Warhammer 40K. And now that 8th edition has rolled around, this is the perfect opportunity for you to start collecting Warhammer 40K and playing Warhammer 40K, because you're kind of at the same level as everybody else. Everybody's learning 8th edition, and now it's your opportunity to start up with the Necron starter set and be the OP player in the group, because Necrons are still pretty powerful. But again, thank you guys so much for coming in here every single day and listening to me and the Sound Alchemist, and good luck in the giveaway. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.